What is cooking home slices? What we do here is go back to the mods me and Tyler have been fiddling with in the past few videos. Yes, for you grammar Nazis out there, I did indeed say me and Tyler, and before you correct me saying it should be Tyler and I, then I'll have you know I've completed my PhD in grammar studies, so I definitely know what I'm talking about. My grammar is very goodly, so don't judging me. Anyways, just like my grammar, I'm also an absolute beast in this custom game mode, which is called ramp up mode. The added rules are quite simple. There's no need to wait an eternity for a late game now because you'll get there by round 10. Or you may not even get to late game because balloons ramp up incredibly fast, and when I say fast I mean it. You're compensated with a shit ton of starting cash and eco though, but when you can start sending orange balloons from round 1, then you know it's gonna be a rough time. However, you may have noticed so far that neither me or Tyler went full aggressive from the get-go because it turns out play with fire is enabled, which kind of kills any thought of an all-in rush. You don't want it to end up in a 50-50 coin flip. That didn't stop me from bullying and killing Tyler with a round 7 Moab though, cause I know with the power of cluster bomb bowler monkeys I can handle the setback with ease. So moving on to the next game, where my loadout is pretty much the same for Ghost Lake Coast. These 4 towers I'm using are probably all in the upper tier in this ramp-up mode. Unfortunately, it's also another game mode where farms/farmers are OP as fuck, so unless you like playing with a handicap, then it's a 100% must to bring, cause that income difference will spiral out of control once you get some super early factories going. So just to explain ramp-up mode some more, here's the kind of shit you can send on each round. Round 1 I've already mentioned is when the ever so annoying orange balloons get unlocked. Round 2 I believe it unlocks sets up the group pinks and spaced LEDs, and round 3 grants you with 8-bit balloons, which I still don't know the exact details about because I'm too lazy to look it up, but all I know is it contains an orange and purple balloon, and it's also got immunity to some things. I think you get the point by now. Basically, balloon sends are available to you super duper early on to allow you to send some dank ass rushes, like the ZOMG right now. Well, I just completely drained out my eco gain, but that's okay, because it looks like Tyler's got nothing he can do against it. Meanwhile, the barrage of sentry guns over my side cleaned up the ZOMG easier than a janitor cleans up the men's restroom at a One Direction concert. Tyler should probably take some notes on what other OP towers to bring. Anyways, this next match I decided to give Tyler a freebie and try ditching the farms to see how much I'd end up getting smashed by a soon-to-come rush. Well, as you shall see, things did not quite go according to plan. Can't exactly die to a round 9 ZOMG rush if your opponent dies to round 4 group greens first, am I right? LOL. Poor dildo bike. Maybe we'll give him another shot at redemption, though to be fair I didn't actually intend to not bring farms on this game. It was merely an accident that I picked 4 towers and locked in without realizing I forgot the almighty farm. And Dart Monkey. But hey, at least we still got some pretty strong towers, although no bowler monkey, because I figured I should mix things up so people don't get bored of watching such an easy defense. On a related note, if I didn't mention this before, a shit ton of balance changes have constantly been made to this mod, so some of the towers that I previously claimed to be OP as shit are now slightly held in check, namely the Elemental Tower. That shit pretty much evaporated any bloom that came into its sight, and it still does, but at least it's like 3 times as expensive after the changes, so it's more geared as a late game tower now. Then there's the modified Ace, which I believe went untouched in terms of price, which is great cause I think this is a sleeper OP once you get some upgrades on it. Just look at how quickly it's taking down that Moab Tyler is sending over. That sure was easy. Not as easy as Tyler's wonderful grape shooters over there, Kappa. Yikes, today just doesn't seem to be his day. He basically just killed himself on round 7. And nobody kills themselves on round 7 unless they're playing high as shit. It's okay though, 'Cause now I plan on going the distance, so as long as he doesn't pull any sneaky shit we'll be heading towards late game territory. Those first few games lasted way too short, so we gotta see what this game mode has to offer past the first 8 rounds. Perfect. Now time for an intermission as we discuss some important announcements going on in the Ninja Kiwi world, and I mean really important, so don't go anywhere. It's about BTD 6, and I have some really bad news. It's cancelled. Forever. Just kidding, I apologize if I gave anyone a heart attack, but the news is still really bad. It's been delayed, legit. You can confirm for yourselves by subscribing to this channel and going to ninjakiwi.com/blog, where one of the Ninja Kiwi employees announced the horrible news in this week's blog post. So it's time to find another way to spend your winter break, ladies and gentlemen, because the game isn't coming out in 2017, it'll be the year after, and I don't know if that means January, February, March, or even later, but let's just hope it isn't a big delay. They do mention that they plan to complete all the features in this game by December, so that just leaves them with the final bits of polishing and testing the game to make sure it's a wonderful experience for everyone, which I respect. You never want to throw out a rushed product to meet a deadline. But at the same time, damn, all caps and period. This hurts the most for us Bloons content creators, cause what the hell are we going to upload in the meantime to fill the void? The answer right now for Tyler and I would have to be even more mods, but I know people will get sick of them eventually, if not already. So raise your pitchforks, guys. Actually don't, because if you go back to the official press release of BTD 6, they didn't exactly say they would release the game by the end of this year. They only mentioned it was their goal to, and sadly they weren't able to make it in time. Sucks for all parties really. Ninja Kiwi misses out on its sweet bonus Christmas revenue from little children. YouTubers miss out, or at least have to wait even longer on massive view spikes. And I bet a lot of Bloons players will now have to spend their Christmas day doing something else, like talking with their boring grandfather instead of making the excuse to play BTD 6 all day. So tell me what's on your mind, guys. Are your hearts broken by these news? Or perhaps you're the evil one that likes to see the world burn? Anyways, let's go to some happy news now. This video won't make it to 10 minutes, so we won't get any comments calling me out for it. Hip hip and hooray. And in even happier news, we successfully made it to late game in this ramp-up mode. Barely 20 rounds in, and we got some group ZOMG AI Bloons coming already. Perfect to test how well these crazy-ass farmer temples can deal with them, which so far is looking pretty okay. The ramping is already kicking in though, so it may not look okay for now. So yeah, I think I'll just end the video here. If you want to see more talk about this farmer temple, just go and check Tyler's videos about it. They are pretty cool if I say so myself. More content from yours truly coming your way soon. So remember to smash that bell, like and sub button to get the opportunity to comment first on my videos. Have a scaling day.